Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Notre Dame Saints girls varsity soccer game. The Saints versus the Chaparral Firebirds. This is shaping up to be quite an event, ladies and gentlemen. The 6-0 Power School schedule ranking for the Saints. They're undefeated in that, 10-2 overall. So the Saints are number 1 in the 6A division. Firebirds number 3. Coming into the last month of the season for the girls varsity, we have 14 seniors on the team. 6 girls playing D1 in college. So this is going to be a very strong month for those 14 girls, proving that they are the dominant force in Arizona 6A varsity soccer. Earlier today, the girls' JV soccer team was unfortunately taken down by the JV Chaparral Firebirds with a score of 0-6. So tonight, the varsity girls have some expectations in terms of defending the integrity of Saints soccer. Will they be able to prevail? Let's find out. Firebirds going to get the first touch of the game. Maddie Stolper going to be back at goalkeeper for the Saints. Saints moving over to the right side. Passing deep into Firebird territory. Firebirds block it. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds on the Firebirds. Megan Pipitone battling over on the right side. Firebirds regain control. Hannah Oslin now battling for the ball. Gets control, moves over to the right side once more. Sends it out to Abby Furtman. Firebirds kick it out of bounds at around the 40. Megan Pipitone to throw in. Firebirds back to their keeper. Short kick over to the left side. Alexa Klatt moving in as the ball soars to about the 43. Saints kick out of bounds. Abby Furman over to Amelie Young. Ball picked up. Amelie racing down the right side. Stopping, looking for her teammates. Firebirds defense all over the ball. Sending it out to about the middle. Firebirds now moving down the left side. Hannah Oslin gaining control of the Saints, kicking it back to their goalkeeper. Stolper booms it right into the middle. Firebirds reciprocate, sending it back to the Saints. Hannah Oslin once more with a big kick. Firebirds and Saints struggling down there on the field for control. Looks like the ball is going to roll out of bounds, resulting in a Saints throw. And Megan Pipitone once more going to toss it in for the Saints. Amelie Young kicks the ball back to Megan. Megan sends it over into Firebird control. Firebirds moving across the middle, making their way over to the right side of the field. Shot on goal. Stolper snatches it up with an iron-like grip. Stolper moves out to about the 5. Huge kick. Firebirds looking for control. Ball bounces. Saints catching a break. Lindsay Shipley trying to make something happen. However, Firebirds regain control. Abby Furtman's got the ball. Passes it to the right side. Firebirds defense bounces it out. Abby Furtman getting in there, getting the ball over to Megan Pipitone. Megan knocked on the ground by Firebirds. Firebirds will throw in. Abby Furtman back to Oslin. Oslin. Lindsay Shipley heads it out of bounds. Great kick by Oslin, getting it down the field. Firebirds will throw in. Abby Furtman back to Lindsay. Firebirds splicing it up on the right side. Lindsay Shipley moving in. Pressure results in the Saints regaining control. Firebirds struggling to regain it out at the 50. Looks like Lauren Hoffman sends it down on the right side. Firebirds intercept the pass. Now Firebirds moving down the field. Hannah Osland fighting to get in front of it. Ball will roll out of bounds. Megan Pipitone once more going to throw in. Amelie Young looking for the ball. Ball flies over. Saints going to throw in once more. Shelby McCobb moving over the right side. Amelie Young looking to get a Firebirds intercepted, moving down the middle. Ball bounces out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Firebirds going to throw in. Hannah Osland passes it to the middle. Looks like Jolie Bross on the field, getting it back to Madeline Stolper. Stolper! Great kick out to the middle. Firebirds head it far up in the air. Ball keeps bouncing. Looks like Anna White getting aggressive on the play, falling to the ground, unfortunately. Firebirds still have control. Fantastic job by Alexa Klatt. Fortunately, ball comes out of bounds. Firebirds going to throw in. Lauren Hoffman sends it up. Abby Furtman looking for help, sends it back to Hannah. Hannah over to Amelie. Amelie to Lauren. Firebirds regain control. Megan Pipitone racing down for some defense. Firebirds across the middle. Abby Furtman gets control. Pops it over. Ball bounces out of bounds. Firebird throwing. Great defense by Jolie Bross, getting that ball out of there. Lindsay Shipley racing in for some offense. Unfortunately, Firebirds kick it right out. Lindsay Shipley over to the right side. Firebirds intercept, moving up the left. Far pass on the left, out of bounds on the Firebirds. Saints going to throw in. Looks like Lauren Hoffman checks into position for the Saints. Firebirds all over that, moving in. Shot on goal. Stolper there. Stolper moves out. Or to the left side, comes over. Huge leg on that one. Firebirds bounce it far back to about the 25. Lindsay Shipley coming in, firing on all cylinders, getting the control back into the Saints' hands. Abby Furman taking over to the left side. Looks for help, passes. I believe Shelby McCobb down, taking it on. Lindsay Shipley looking for help. Over to Shelby. Shelby moving up the left side, sneaking her way through the defense. Shelby gets tripped up by the Firebirds defense. Lindsay there to recover. Moving far down the left side. Firebirds get it out of bounds. Looks like that's going to be a corner kick for the Saints. Okay. Hannah Oslin looking to curl it in goal hurry if she can. Eyeing Jolie, who's blocking the goalie. Excuse me. Ball moves up. Rolls out above the top. That's going to be a goal kick, right? Goal kick for the Firebirds. Excuse me, another corner kick for the Saints. Ball was out of bounds on the Firebirds. Oslin once more attempting to curl it in. Jolie Bross using her height to block the goalie. Goalie jumping up and down. Ball's far over. Out of bounds on the Saints. Firebirds going to toss it in. Alexa Clackett in control. Moves over to the middle. Back into Firebird control. Megan Pipitone putting some defense on. Alexa Clapp moving forward. Challenging the Firebird defense. Amelie Young getting in there. Firebird defense far over to the right side. Lindsay Shipley moving into position. Out of bounds on the Firebirds. Abby Furman checking into position. Ball goes to Amelie, I believe. Firebirds knock it out. Hannah Oslin. Jolie Brosk. Firebirds finally, the first one is to regain control of that ball. Moving down to the Saints' right side. Fantastic job by Shelby kicking that ball out. However, the Firebirds kick it out of bounds. Shelby tosses it out. Lindsay Shipley takes it. 3 defenders from the Firebirds around her, however. A lot of action in a small amount of time over on the right side of the field. However, ball is going to be thrown in by the Saints. Abby Furtman gets control. Back to Jolie, I believe. Over to Hannah. Hannah finding some defense. Far over to Megan Pipitone. Pip tosses it out to Firebirds. Intercept. Moving over down the left side. Pipitone adding some hard defense. Regaining control. Firebirds reciprocate. What does that mean? Foul on Pip. It's going to be a direct kick for the Firebirds at about the 25. Saints all moving into position. Amelie Young, the only Saint out near the middle. Ball up. Maddie Stoper tosses it over. Ball loose. Maddie's on the ground. Ball knocked out by the Saints. Fantastic defense. Great teamwork by the Saints. Firebirds going to toss it in around the 7. Excuse me. More about the 12. Ball's in the air. Looks like Jolie Bross getting some defense for Hannah to kick it out. Ball comes back, though. Jolie heads it away. Firebirds looking for a crack in the solid defense of the Saints. Saints far over to the right side. Amelie Young looking for the ball. Fantastic kick by Alexa Klatt. Ball going far over. Lindsay Shipley moving in. Lindsay Shipley, some heavy offense. Lindsay Shipley knocks into the goalkeeper. Fantastic attempt by number 5, Lindsay Shipley, racing down the field. You can hear the audience sounding their approval of Shipley's attempt. Going to be a goal kick for the Firebirds. Their offense perplexed as to how to get past the iron Saint defense. Alexa Klatt over to Megan Piptone. Megan kicks it out. Firebirds pick it up. Megan once more, though. Over to the middle. Firebirds have control at about midfield. Moving down. Far over the middle. Maddie Stolper says, "I got it," and snatches it up. Commanding the backfield, as she always does. Big kick by Maddie. Caught by the Firebirds. Anna White on the possession over to the midfield, intercepted by the Saints. Anna White says, I'm not giving up. Excuse me. Lindsay Shipley regains control, moving down the middle. Far over to the left side. Fantastic shot on goal. Goal! Amelie Young on the goal. Saints 1, Firebirds 0 early in the first half. Alexa Klatt battling on the right side of the field. Ball rolls out of bounds on the Firebirds. Saints going to toss in. Alexa launches it down. Amelie Young down there. However, the Firebirds defense are all over that ball. Amelie's not done yet. Still putting some pressure on. Firebirds get control. Firebirds back and forth to their own members. Anna White putting some defense at midfield. Shelby McCobb down into Firebird territory. Firebirds regain control. Lindsay Shipley and back to midfield for the Firebirds. Megan Piptone getting that defense in once more. Firebirds moving into Saints territory. Intercepted by Lauren Hoffman. Lauren. Alexa Klatt moving with the Firebird attacker. Firebirds back and forth. Shot on goal. Caught by Stolper. Lindsay Shipley stalemating over on the left side. Firebirds get control. Firebirds send it deep down the right side. Hannah Oslin says no way and heads it out of bounds. Firebirds going to throw in. Tossed by the Firewords. That is not the name of the team. Tossed by the Firebirds, immediately kicked out of bounds. Firebirds toss in once more. Back over to the middle. Moving down the field. Saints defense applying pressure. Madeline Stolper all over the ball in the midst of attackers and defenders. Keeping a calm, cool composure. Saints now on the left side. Back to Shelby McCobb. Shelby looking for help. Firebirds coming in. Shelby kicks out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for the Firebirds. Hannah Oslin kicking the ball over to Mountain Stolper. Madeline. What a shot. Out to about the 45. Firebirds get the control. Passing back and forth down the right side. What a move by Anna White. Surfing down the middle. Unfortunately, Firebirds defense swipe it out from under her. Jolie Bross getting involved. Getting aggressive. Jolie Bross. Amelie way over on the left side. Fantastic moves by Jolie Bross. Ball bouncing into Firebird control. Firebird. Shelby McCobb kicking it out of bounds, resulting in a throw-in for the Firebirds. Firebirds meticulously moving their way into Saints territory. Ball up over the middle. Saints defense looking to kick it out. Jolie Bross placing a heel on it, sending it out to about midfield. Firebird midfielders congregating on the ball, sending it out to the left side. Ball up. Watch out, Madeline Stolper. Madeline! Look at the determination on Madeline Stolper. Fantastic job securing the ball. Firebirds now on the left side. Alexa Klatt moving with the defender. Shelby McCobb. Ball rolls out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for the Saints. 16 minutes left in the first half. Saints 1, Firebirds 0. Jolie Bross looking to get it out. Back to Madeline Stolper. Kick out of bounds by Madeline. Going to be a Firebird throw-in at about the 20-yard line. Ball moves in. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick. Corner kick for the Firebirds. Saints defense. Excuse me. Saints team members circling the net, the hive, protecting it at all costs. Firebirds offense hoping to kick the ball in to even out this score. Ball's up in the air. Madeline Stolper catches the ball off the head of Firebirds attacker. Madeline Stolper proving how crucial she is to the Saints' game plan. As the ball rolls out of bounds for the Firebirds, the Saints charge down the field. Megan Pipitone launching it out. Abby Furtman in position. Back to Megan. Ball's down the line. Looks like Christina Kellogg going to be battling for dominance with the Firebird defense. There comes Lauren Hoffman. Alexa Klatt over the middle. Firebird defense keeping the Saints at bay for now. Their goalkeeper looking to send a big one right down the middle. Boom! Fantastic kick by the goalkeeper for the Firebirds. Alexa Klatt looking for help over on the right side. Anna White. Ball rolls out. Megan Pipitone on the throw-in. Alexa Klatt, Anna White, Christina Kellogg, and I believe Abby Furtman out there to help her. Pip's got a lot of options here. Who's she going to go with? Let's see if the Saints can turn this into a 2-0 lead. Over to Abby. Over to Megan. Megan hits it up. Saints moving in position. Amelie Young. I believe Lindsay Shipley attempting to head it in. Christina Kellogg, however, regains control. Firebirds defense all over that. Applying some high pressure to the Saints offense. Fantastic job. Excuse me, fantastic attempt by Lindsay Shipley. Great block by the Chaparral goalkeeper. I believe Christina Kellogg is going to be on the corner kick. Looking to curve that ball in. Jolie Bross once again resuming her position in front of the goalkeeper. Ball's up in the air. Firebirds keep it out for now. This will be an ambitious shot for Christina Kellogg, looking to curve that bad boy into the net. Goalkeeper for the Firebirds still jumping up and down, trying to get a glimpse of the ball. Christina Kellogg moves in, kicks up. Saints looking to head it in. Lindsay Shipley on the left side kicks it. Ball's up in the air. Jolie Bross went up, I believe. Ball went out to the Firebirds. Saints there to regain control, but the Firebirds defense quickly resuming their positions. However, Saints are going to throw in. Lindsay Shipley getting control, moving to the middle. Ball's over on the right side. Firebirds defense, though, kicks it away to the right side. Ball moving down the middle. Knocked away by the Firebirds defense. Pip! Big one into the defense of the Firebirds. Looks like Abby Furtman. Kick on goal. It's going to bounce out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for the Firebirds. Ball bouncing high. Saints and Firebirds heading it back and forth. Over to the middle for the Firebirds. Moving in. They're hoping their speed can outdo Christina Kellogg. Finding herself in possession of the ball. Moving down the right side. Looking for help. Doesn't need it. Moving down. Looking around over to Abby. Abby in the middle. Abby shot on goal. Firebirds goalkeeper snatching it from the air. Fantastic job by Christina Kellogg threading that ball down the right side. Firebirds goalkeeper sends it up. Shelby McCobb there to bat it down. Firebirds now moving in the middle. Long kick. Megan Pipitone hoping her speed can get in front. Madeline Stoper says, I don't need help. And kicks it out to Christina Kellogg. Christina finding some heavy pressure. Looks like we're going to get an unexpected foul on Christina Kellogg. That's going to be a direct kick for the Firebirds. Saints, however, unhappy with the call, quickly get into position. Firebirds salivating at the thought of getting this to be an equal game before the end of the first half. Saints communicating on the field. Firebirds move in, kick on goal. Ball a mile away from the net. It's going to be a goal kick for Madeline Stolper and the Saints. Hannah Oslin heads it up. Ball bouncing. Lauren Hoffman moving in. Fighting for the ball. Firebirds come out on top of that little skirmish. Moving down the right side. Lauren Hoffman getting in front. Firebirds passing back and forth. Looks like Alexa Klatt got it. Jolie Bross sends it away. Firebirds going to toss it in deep in Saints territory. Ball's over. I think Lindsay Shipley has control right now. Sends it out. Ooh, booming kick by the Saints. Firebirds going to take control about the 45, moving to midfield. Some heavy defense by Abby Furtman, resulting the ball returning to Saints possession. Megan Pipitone once more tossing it in for the Saints. Christina Kellogg checks into position. Back to Megan. Megan finding some defense from the Firebirds. Ball rolls out. Hannah Osland tosses it far down. Christina Kellogg once more grabs it. Firebirds take possession. Missed pass by the Firebirds results in Saints throwing in. Looks like number 6. Firebirds and Saints going back and forth, battling. Lindsay Shipley moving across the middle. Ball moving. Christina Kellogg trying to get in front of it. Small miscommunication between Alexa Klatt and Megan Pipitone results in a Firebird possession of the ball. Alexa Klatt. I apologize, Alexa. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Firebird throw-in. Firebirds taking their time, sizing up, trying to find a game plan that will overcome the Saints defense. Ball goes in. And ball goes out. Going to be another Firebird throw-in. Megan Pipitone, Lauren Hoffman getting it out on the right side. Ball's bouncing. Amelie Young getting in to put some pressure on. Passing by the Chaparral team. Christina Kellogg blocks a pass. Ball flies in. Stolper once more. Booming kick flying. Firebirds miss the headers. Lindsay Shipley finds herself in Abby Furman finds herself in a position. Looking for help. Over to Alexa. Ball intercepted by the Firebirds. Firebirds not going to take it down. Bringing it back to the middle. Christina Kellogg looking to make some action happen. Hannah Osland finding some action. Abby Furman over the right side. right into the Firebirds defense. Confusion from the Firebirds results in Abby Furtman getting the ball and taking it down the right side over to Christina. Christina taking it back in. Firebirds block a pass attempt, and the ball flies to about the 50. Lindsay Shipley getting control, finding the speed. She's going to take off. Over to Amelie Young. Amelie deep in. Shot on goal. Ball flies over the net. Fantastic teamwork and communication between Lindsay Shipley and Amelie Young. Unfortunately, the ball did not go in the net. Firebird goalkeeper taking it to the left side this time. Moving back a couple paces, eyeing her support. Sends it out on the left side. Looks like Hannah Oslin's going to scoop it up. Correction, Megan Pivotone. Abby Furtman checking into position. Christina Kellogg there with support. Lauren Hoffman, booming kick down the middle. Firebirds goaltender not having any of it, though. High kick over on the middle. Firebirds get possession. Saints, Hannah Oslin once more kicking it out to the middle. Amelie Young getting possession. Over to Anna White. Anna on the left side. Ooh, Firebird defender gets tripped up. Going to call that one Anna White breaking the ankles of a Firebirds defender. Going to be a Saints throw-in at about the 31. Saints moving into position, looking to capitalize on their field position. Ball over to the middle. Lauren Hoffman looking to send it in. Good moves by Lauren, psyching out the defense of the Firebirds. However, Firebirds reciprocate, saying, we got some moves of our own. Megan Pivotone regaining control at about the 50-yard line. Saints going back and forth with the Firebirds. Firebirds showing some resilience as they move into Saints territory. Jolie Bross there once more. Ooh. Amelie Young could not pump the brakes fast enough and runs into a Firebirds defender. Firebirds going to get a direct kick from that. Ball in. Looks like there was a header. Firebirds shooting it in. Stolper. There once more. 24/7 consistency this game. Stolper has not missed a single grab. Abby Furtman now battling it out with Firebirds. Lauren Hoffman there to Amelie Young. Amelie feeling some pressure. Firebirds capitalizing. Moving into the middle, passing back and forth. Firebirds. Hannah Oslin putting the moves on a Firebird attacker. Over to Christina Kellogg. Christina sends it into the middle. Amelie Young and Abby Furtman there. Abby falls. Pipitone. Over to Alexa Klatt. Alexa getting some help. Firebirds step in, though, and say, not today, as they kick it out of bounds. Megan Pipitone set to throw in at about tying her shoe. Responsible choice by Megan Pipitone. We cannot have anyone tripping on the field today. At about the 49. Firebirds getting into position. Substituting some players. Ball in. Abby Furtman there. Looks like Mackenzie Cooper there as well. Hannah Osland once more. Sending the ball to Anna White at about the 45. Anna going to take a second. Patience over to Abby Furtman. Fortunately, ball bounces out of bounds. Firebirds going to toss it in. Ball back to their goaltender. Firebirds working their way down the right side. .20 seconds remaining in the first half. Saints 1, Firebirds 0. Firebirds looking to make something happen. However, the Saints defense say no. Firebirds not done with their assault. Fortunately, they're just not going to have enough time this half. Madeline Stolper ending the half as she started it with an iron-like grip on every ball that's come her way. Well, Saints, that was a pretty explosive first half. Our Notre Dame is ahead by 1, Firebirds down by 0. However, both teams really coming out of the gate strong. Mr. Mulligan, any thoughts on either team?
I thought the Saints there in that first half had some quality defense at being able to clear and distribute the ball back to the midfield. And then, obviously Maddie Stolper, really big between the pipes, clearing things out, and then communicating, I thought was the really big key for the defense there. Using her voice to direct the defense, but also coming up with some clutch saves and stops, and then redistributing, to our defense.
Absolutely. If you look up teamwork in the dictionary, it's just a picture of the girls' varsity soccer team.
I think that teamwork definitely comes into play, Ben. Especially with 14 seniors on this team, getting to know each other. That chemistry on the field is so incredibly important.
That's how the great teams win. Any other thoughts about what makes a soccer team great, whether it be power, agility, speed? What do you think is the best ability to have?
I think first and foremost, coaching. The coaches, Coach White and Coach Bishop do a great job of directing these ladies and developing their skills. I think what you see here from this Notre Dame team here in this first half is that strong teamwork of passing the ball, getting a good first touch, and being that first to the ball has been big for the Saints' success. And then distributing to the outside of the wings is something that Notre Dame has done very strong here in the first half. But as far as coaching and what makes a great soccer team, believing that your teammates will be there in the space and delivering passes on time. And then, on defense, I think what's really key for the good teams is that communication aspect. Knowing who's got what mark, and who's going to step up into space and protect the goalkeeper.
Absolutely. Just to piggyback off what you said about the self-belief, the confidence that is so evident this game, I would just like to point out Lindsay Shipley getting on the ball and always moving up that left side with such speed and just confidence would be the only word that I can say. Do you think that developed over the years with the 14 other seniors?
Yeah, I think that belief of Shipley really comes into play for her, not only because the midfield is looking to play her, because that speed component is so big for her, and they know with that speed being a weapon that she's able to then penetrate the defense, look for that cross, or as we saw, having a chance on goal. Very dangerous dribbler and shooter in that last third of the field, and the midfield, Anna White being able to distribute it to her. A very key point for the Saints there.
Absolutely, and Hannah Oslin really bringing up the defense for the Saints, getting in the middle and just sending the ball back out. How would you say that for the defenders on the team, getting that ball back out to midfield is the #1 priority?
I think not only getting the ball back out to the midfield, but also distributing to the sides. We saw Megan Pivotone being a very key player there in that first half. Being there not only for Maddie Stolper, but also for distributing from the center defenders. Obviously, when you're playing soccer, you probably do not want to send it into the middle of the field right away, but you want to try and build from the back, and that's something that Hannah Osland has done an excellent job of doing, is distributing not only to her wings, but also checking into space. As far as Anna White is concerned, if we're going to set it in the middle, that's where that self-belief and confidence from this team comes from, is that, yes, the midfielders are going to be able to win that ball and then distribute it back out.
Absolutely. The second nature, not even questioning whether your people will be there. Speaking of being in position, Amelie Young, always down there, always ready to get the ball near the Firebirds' net. That is, from my thought, that's incredible. That she's always there, consistently in position.
Absolutely, and that takes time to develop. An amazing and excellent shot by Amelie there. Had the angle, the ball came right to her feet, had an excellent touch on the ball, and had that shot on goal. That's the kind of shot that you hope for within the 18-yard box, Ben.
Absolutely, and I would like to also congratulate the Firebirds defenders and the goalkeeper for really being just step by step with the Saints. I mean, the Saints have an insane offense, and for the defense of the Firebirds to really keep up to par with them, as one might say. I mean, that's, you got to applaud. Give credit where credit's due.
Oh, absolutely. It's not that the Firebirds are out of this game by any means. They've had their chances and their shots. The Saints defense has stepped up to stop those opportunities, but the Firebirds have played very tough in this first half, and I expect them to come out here in the second half and work and press the Saints as well. And then to counter that, I think the Saints will come out as well and make some adjustments, but you got to give credit to the Firebirds as well.
Absolutely.
They played a really strong first half and gave the Saints a run for their money.
We're going to get some insane gameplay in the second half. The last thing I would like to talk about is height. Height, I think, personally, in any sport, is really a key aspect for multiple reasons. The main example from this game we saw is Jolie Bross, the 6 foot. I don't have her exact height here, of course, but she's a tall person. And as I witnessed, she would just head the ball away, standing a foot taller than everyone else. So would you say that with height, it's just, instrumental into any team's gameplay?
Absolutely. I mean, thinking about your center defenders, with Hannah and Jolie having height, that definitely helps when balls are in the air, especially when we're talking about offensive set pieces from a corner. I mean, we saw there her blocking the goalkeeper and taking up that space. It's so big, not only as, an offensive threat, but also the goalie has to keep her in mind, which should open up, also space for other players to come in and crash the goal there. But height definitely helps. I mean, it's such a rarity, I think, in soccer to have two defenders who are that tall. It definitely is a presence on the field, both defensively and offensively, without a doubt.
Exactly, and has absolutely contributed to the really, really fantastic season for the girls varsity soccer this year. I mean, with a 6-0 power schedule ranking, being number 1 in their division, that's, you gotta have high hopes for them heading into this last month of the season. I would like to point out something funny. The one freshman on the team, Elsa Davis, number 9, freshman grade 9. I think that's kind of funny, and I think that's so nice that you have that freshman coming in with these 14 seniors and kind of getting to learn the ropes, so that maybe when the other younger members, grow up, it's going to be the same situation, passing of the torch almost.
Yeah, having Elsa Davis on the varsity and then also sliding down to JV, she has an excellent opportunity to not only get playtime on the junior varsity level, but also on the varsity level, practicing with the varsity every day and gaining that mentorship from both Jolie and from Hannah will definitely be instrumental in her career at Notre Dame. Something to be said for that as a freshman to make varsity, but also be a key contributor as well on JV.
Exactly. Could not have said it better myself, Mr. Mulligan.
Hey, thank you very much.
Well, it looks like that'll wrap up our halftime discussion. We should be back here after the game for an endgame recap, hopefully, if time allows. Thank you. We're going to head to commercial for the rest of the halftime. We'll see you at the start of the second half.
Hey, thank you very much, Ben.
Perfect.
Oh my god, dude, Sophie, we almost got it though.
Welcome back to the second half. Saints going to get the first touch, moving over to the left side. Mr. Mulligan will be helping me co-commentate this half. Very excited. Shelby McCobb going to toss in. Back to Amelie. Excuse me, back to Anna White. Anna White's going to take it. Hannah Oslin putting some defense. Tripped up. Jolie Bross there to say, hey, Hannah, I got your back. Sends it out to the Firebirds defense. Lauren Hoffman moving it. Excuse me, Lindsay Shipley. Firebirds now regain control far on the left side. Moving down the middle. Firebirds still have possession. Firebirds across the middle. Jolie Bross looking to get in front of the ball. Ball was kicked away. Valiant effort by the Firebirds to start this half off with a point. Firebirds going to toss in. Firebirds moving over near the middle. Maddie Stolper, still fresh. Ball flies. Firebirds on top of it. Alexa Klatt getting in front of it, stealing the ball away. Fantastic move. Getting tripped up. Still maintaining possession, fighting for it.
Klatt with some excellent flair there on the ball.
It's like Saints going to toss it back to Jolie Bross. Jolie up to Abby. Anna booming down the middle. Amelie. Firebirds goalkeeper.
A good opportunity by the Saints there, Amelie Young.
I mean, we're talking a probability game, Mr. Mulligan. The more times we get the ball down there, the more chances we'll have to score.
Oh, absolutely, Ben. You know, when you have, two center defenders against one forward, it always makes it hard. And then throwing in the keeper, it's not quite a 50-50, but something the Saints are definitely looking for. Good defending by the Firebirds.
Man, I love soccer. Saints going to toss in at about their own 20. Ball over to Lindsay Shipley. Lindsay moving to the middle. Up to Abby. Unfortunately, ball was intercepted. Ball's going to roll out. Pipitone tossing it in. Jolie over to Shelby. Good attempt keeping it in bounds by Shelby McCobb. Unfortunately, ball dances out. Firebirds going to toss it in. Saints all over it. Amelie Young. Jolie Bross heads it over the Firebird defender, then moves in. Fantastic defense by Jolie Bross. Firebirds moving into position. Dangerously close. Shot on goal right into the arms of Maddie Stolper. Completely influential in this game.
Right before that, Ben, we saw a good step by Shelby, making sure that it was distributed back out.
This Saints defense has proven themselves in this game and every game. Firebirds offense not letting up, though. Back into Saints territory. Putting some moves on Hannah Osland. Maddie Stolper pops up to get it down.
Tremendous pressure on the ball by Hannah Osland, remaining patient.
It's all about staying in front of them. Ball over on the left side. Firebirds passing back and forth.
A strong challenge and win there by Alexa Klatt, who distributes up to Lindsay Shipley.
Lindsay moving in.
Amelie having a chance.
Amelie going up for the goal. Ball flies over. Sometimes you just get too excited, put a little too much meat on the bone.
Very difficult from that angle when you get laces on the ball to put it in the back of the net, but a strong attempt by Amelie Young there.
Fantastic cooperation from Lindsay Shipley as well. The teamwork in this game has been incredible. Firebirds goalkeeper now rolling the ball out. Gonna roll it in. Not sure. Looks like goalkeeper's gonna launch it up.
It could be before that play that an offside was given. Hence the free kick by the goalie there outside the 18-yard box.
Firebirds now tossing it down to the right side. Ball bounces over. Shelby McCobb in front of it. Firebirds transferring the ball to the middle. Hannah Oslin getting in front of it, but the Firebirds... Correction. Saints did gain control, knocking it out of bounds.
An excellent job by Oslin to shield the ball and create some space and then get a foot on it to get it out of bounds.
These girls showing some serious integrity and character, stepping in front of these balls. Jolie Bross hanging it out. Firebird catches it. Jolie Bross there once more. Fantastic kick by Lauren Hoffman, sending it down the middle. Amelie Young charging in.
The Firebirds definitely putting more pressure on the Saints defense here in the second half.
I mean, we're talking a fight or flight type of attitude here, Mr. Mulligan. If they don't score, time's going to run out. I mean, there's 33 minutes left, but time will eventually run out. Ball pops over to the Firebird goaltender. What a heave by the Chaparral goaltender. Lindsay
Quite
Shipley.
a throw.
Anna White getting in front of the ball, gaining control from the Firebirds. Straight up the middle. Amelie Young moving in. Ball rolls out of bounds on the Saints. Firebirds going to toss in.
Saints doing a good job of switching the ball, getting rid of the pressure. Firebirds will play outside, see if anything can develop. Megan Pipitone will have to close that down before the cross.
Firebird speed getting it. Jolie Bross getting up in the air. The fact that remains, Mr. Mulligan, these Firebirds have some serious speed, closing the distance between the throw-in and, say, like the 15-yard line in a very short amount of time.
They're definitely using that speed to try and apply pressure. Maddie Stolper with an excellent save there, being patient in the box and winning that for her to drop in. But that speed is definitely a factor in this game as they apply pressure to the midfield. We've seen here in the second half that so far they've been looking to play through the middle and out to their wings for the early cross.
Firebirds now deliberating with the Saints. Who's going to get the ball? Firebirds have it right now, but Lindsay Shipley moving in like a train, doing what she does best, disrupting and getting the ball. Confusion on the field results in a Firebirds possession over on the left side. Lindsay Shipley getting up there once more.
A good job of applying pressure there. Pressure leads. Oh, I spoke too soon. Maddie Soper there, though, to clean it up.
Firebirds could have easily capitalized on that, but I don't think they were in the correct position. Many of their members were still down around midfield. But hey, if that situation arises once more later in the game, we could be talking about a Firebirds point.
Lauren Hoffman, some pressure to Lindsay Shipley. Oh, a hard challenge, and Lindsay Shipley will hit the deck there. But a foul has been given against the Firebirds, and the Saints will maintain possession.
Lindsay pops right back up, as resilient as ever. Let's see, is that Anna White that's going to kick it?
Yes, it looks like Anna White with the free kick here from about the 44-yard line. She'll look to send it into the box here. Let's see if anything develops here, Ben.
I'm hoping something does. Ball's in the air. Bounces. Ball up for the Saints. Firebirds do capitalize and send it out.
A counterattack may be coming here by the Firebirds. The Saints need to get back on defense following that free kick.
Firebirds threading through the Saints defense. Moving down the left. Anna White getting in front of it, though. Ball bounces over. Saints do need to get it out. Saints move back into position at just the right time as the ball rolls out to about the 45.
Such a dangerous counterattack there by the Firebirds. The Saints able to find themselves in position and clear the ball.
Looks like Abby Furman's going to take control. Pops it over to Alexa Klatt. Firebirds heads it down. Alexa back to Shelby. Shelby crossed the middle. Lindsay Shipley applying pressure. Amelie Young finds herself in a good position. Ball down the right side. Lindsay Shipley charging in. Unfortunately, Firebirds defense gets there before her. Lindsay Shipley looking to pop the ball out.
A smart defensive play by the Firebirds. Reset play. She bounces it looks like, off of Lindsay Shipley. A heads-up play by the Firebirds. Let's see if the Saints can get possession back here. Oh, no, the Saints do possess.
Saints
do have
throw
possession.
in.
Looks like the assistant referee went the other way there, Ben.
Sometimes that happens. Saints with good field position. Abby Furman takes up. Oh.
And we will get a switch in possession, a foul there.
Very quick switch in possession. Sometimes that happens too.
It looks like the goalkeeper might be taking this free kick here. This is a situation that if you're the Saints, you want to try and get the ball immediately out of the air, distribute it forward, and try and beat the goalie back. But this goalie has shown us already tonight for the Firebirds that she's capable of sending it down the field. Unfortunately, that time goes out of bounds, Ben, but the Saints will get the ball back.
You know, not too incorrect with what you're saying. The ball did go down the field. Just the wrong side. Saints and Firebirds now down on the right side. Saints going to toss it in.
Coach White with the assist, throwing that one in.
Thanks, Mr. White. A little slip up by the Saints, resulting in a loss of field position, but Firebirds do recover.
Amelie Young with a header forward. Firebirds are there to close it off.
Firebirds working their way. Huge kick. Rolls right into the arms of Maddie Stolper.
An excellent job there by Shelby McCabe to force the Firebird defender on the outside, giving Maddie Stolper plenty of time to get after that ball.
Alexa Klatt moving into the ball. Moving up the right side. So that's going to be a Saints throw-in. Saints over to Lindsay. Oh. Amelie Young recovering. Excuse me, Anna White recovering. Back to Amelie Young. Over to Lindsay Shipley. Lindsay moving down the field.
Oh, Christina Kellogg so close. The ball is right on her heel. Difficult to one-touch that and put it in the back of the net.
But a valiant effort by the Saints offense.
Very much so. A good cross, what you're looking for from Lindsay Shipley. Hard to latch on there for Christina Kellogg. And we'll go to a goal kick for the Firebirds.
25-25 left in the second half. Saints still holding the lead at 1. Firebirds at 0. Ball's going to bounce out of bounds for a Saints throw-in. Ball moving down. Hannah Oslin getting in front of it. Firebirds trying to get in position to get a point, but the Saints defense is right there with them. Ball flies down. Lindsay Shipley flies down with it. Firebirds unfortunately recover and send it back down to the Saints defense. Shelby McCobb looking to get it. Fantastic play by Shelby. Boxing out the Firebirds attacker. Firebirds getting all over that throw-in. Jolie Bross there, though.
Hard challenge by Christina Kellogg.
Ball up in the air.
Up in the air.
Ooh.
A heads-up play there by Maddie Stolper to make sure that ball was going behind the goal.
Got a little scared there for a moment.
Definitely a little bit of a heart-pumping moment with that ball in the air up in the commentators, but difficult to tell sometimes where it's going to go.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know the aerodynamics of a sphere, Mr. Mulligan, but I can tell you they come down pretty fast.
They do, and I mean, as a history teacher, you got me when it comes to that. Your guess is as good as mine.
Firebirds and Saints now duking it out at about the 30. Shelby.
Good control there by the Firebirds, unfortunately intercepted by the Saints. The Saints will regain possession.
Anna White moves to the middle. Booming kick down to Lindsay Shipley on the right side.
What a great ball there.
Fantastic job by Anna White.
That's the kind of ball you're looking for as the Saints. Long, true, down the line. Shipley could not latch onto that one that time.
Saints now going to throw in at about the 35.
Substitute coming in. Looks like Lauren Hoffman for Anna White. Coach White giving some advice to Anna here, but play continues on.
Abby Furman catches it. Shelby McCobb bouncing it over. Her and Christina colliding. Firebirds!
And the Firebirds will look to capitalize here.
Firebirds getting into position. Jolie Bross, though. Excuse me, that was not Jolie Bross.
That would be Alex Blum. A shot.
Firebirds.
Firebirds save.
Maddie Stolper. That's the kind of miscommunication we were talking about that could result in a problem for the Saints. Firebirds moving into position. Oh, that over to the right side. Hannah Oslin racing. Good instinct by Hannah to knock it out of bounds.
Good intuition to also slide over, trusting your teammates will pinch into space so that you can challenge the ball and ultimately get it out of bounds.
Absolutely. Firebirds toss it in deep in Saints territory. Move it to the middle.
At the top of the box. Oh, no shot. That's a dangerous position if you're the Saints or the Firebirds to have the ball at the top of the 18. No shot, good defense, goal kick for the Saints.
Firebirds offense has shown that they have some legs on their team, though, with some serious power. So that only emphasizes how tricky a spot that is when Firebirds have possession right in front of the goal. Maddie Stolper now looking to kick it out. Here she comes prancing up. Boom! Saints and Firebirds going back and forth. Lauren Hoffman getting control. Moving down to the left side now.
Alex Blum with a good clear to the other side to look to switch it. Alexa Clyde does get ahead on the ball. But it look like we will be called back here. A foul on the Firebirds going the other way for the Saints around the 50-yard line.
Reset the momentum. Could be a good call for the Firebirds. Could turn out not so great for them. As we come down to the under 20 mark for the game.
This will either be a long kick into the box or to the wing. Looks like it's into the box. A good opportunity.
Lot going on.
Looks to latch on. She sends it back over the net on that attempt.
Almost a field goal for Christina Kellogg.
One heck of a ball by Anna White into the box, giving the Saints a real opportunity to get a head or a foot on the ball.
Firebirds goalkeeper looking to send it out to around the 50, I'm assuming. About the 45. Lauren Hoffman all over the ball. Hannah Osland back in possession, moving up. Out to Christina. Fortunately, pass intercepted by the Firebirds. Down to Jolie Bross. Christina Kellogg, unfortunately, unable to keep it in bounds for the Saints.
A good serve to Amelie. Amelie looking for Lindsay Shipley. A little too far that time.
Good teamwork as always, though, getting that ball down there. Abby Furtman bringing that ball down.
Some quick passes by the Firebirds. Jolie Bross closing out there. As you can see, on that build-up phase, before it went the other way, Ben, we definitely saw some strong passes from the back to the midfield, looking to serve forward to either the wing or to the center.
Absolutely.
Some good ball movement.
The Saints are thinking, if I do this, what happens then? Firebirds going to get in position for a corner kick now. This could be dangerous for the Saints. Trying to get a visual over here.
The Chaparral Firebirds in a little bit of an unorthodox position, but they will send someone into the box. The kick is up in the
Ball's
air.
over.
Back post.
Maddie Stolper reaches but misses. Saints.
A goal for the Firebirds.
Good movement, good teamwork by the Firebirds in capitalizing on the confusion of that corner kick.
Difficult with so many bodies to try and get the ball out of there sometimes. A good put to the back. Maddie Stolper tries to challenge. Sometimes the ball just pops out. An offensive player is there. We're tied at 1-1, 17 minutes to go.
We got a game on our hands, Mr. Mulligan.
So we certainly do. Plenty of time still for the Saints to capitalize and try and get a goal.
Amelie Young getting into position for the Saints. Give me a Saints throwing at about the 15-yard line. Amelie Young battling it out. Firebird throw in. Ball rolling down. Hannah Osland goes to meet it. Back to Maddie Stolper. Maddie with a boot. Bounces into Firebird possession. Anna White checks it back to Lindsay Shipley. Lindsay.
Oh, a hard
Ooh.
tackle that could be no card. Surprising. A hard
call.
challenge there by Chaparral.
Wow. That's where injuries happen, Mr. Mulligan. Dangerous.
We definitely hear from the crowd disappointment that the card was not produced by the referee.
Anna White looking to get a free kick out of that. Saints moving into position. Maybe some anger from the non-card can fuel a play right now.
Most definitely.
Anna White kicks it. Ball in. Heads collide, I think. Alexa Klatt. Anna White looks to get in position. Sends it back one. Firebirds. Back to Anna White. Anna all over this play. Alex getting a slice of that ball.
Good play back to Megan Pipitone.
Ball high in the air.
Good, strong challenge. Now, if you have noticed here, within the last about 10 minutes, Amelie Young and Lindsay Shipley have changed sides, switching positions on the wing. Perhaps a mismatch or something that, on offense, Coach White is looking to produce here. Firebirds back down the line. Megan Pipitone challenging.
Firebirds moving into the middle.
Here, Ben.
That's their usual game plan. Get in the middle and then send it in. Thankfully, Saints defense looking strong as ever. However, Firebirds not giving up. Firebirds moving back to the middle. This could be bad. But only for the Firebirds. As the Saints regain possession, and Maddie Stoper is going to come up with a huge goal kick in about 10 seconds.
Some credit there to the Firebirds player winning that ball, getting the dribble, but excellent pressure still nonetheless by Megan Pipitone.
Ball's up. Bounces into Firebird possession. And bounces at about the 10. Saints throw in.
Your fingers are numb.
Firebirds get possession. Ball up. Alexa Klatt getting possession at about the 50. Over to Abby Furtman. Lindsay Shipley looking for it. Moves out to Anna White. Good passing.
A beautiful serve. Let's see if she can get onto it there. So difficult. Ben, you know, on turf, the ball just moves differently. It's faster, it is a quicker pace, and it is hard to catch up to it as opposed to grass.
Absolutely, especially when you've been pushing hard for about a half an hour, running up and down the field.
Abby Furtman just couldn't quite get to that one. We'll look to defend here for the Saints.
Saints thrown. If they capitalize, they could get good field position. Abby Furtman there.
Looks to serve it. Lindsay Shipley keeps it in.
Well, ticky-tacky by the Saints. Over to the middle, Anna White. Little trip up, but regains possession.
A long send to Amelie Young. The defender will probably look to play it off Amelie, and she does.
That's going to be a Firebird throw-in.
Heads up play by the Firebirds, but good intensity from Amelie Young to challenge that, apply pressure, and try and win a ball in the last third.
Especially. Yeah.
Is the cold getting to you, Ben, or what?
You know what? Just a little bit, Mr. Mulligan. I am feeling it.
I don't know how you're doing it in that short sleeve t-shirt. I'm pretty, still pretty cold in my long sleeve.
I guess I'm just hardier. Not sure what the term is. Jolie Bros kicks it back down.
You're the Iceman. Here we go.
Firebirds get possession. Back and forth. Ooh.
A hard hit. 2 hard hits in a row.
And nothing called as the Firebirds storm the gates of the Saints. Anna White saying, nope, my gates are solid.
Looks like we have a Saints player down on the field. That is where you typically see the other team kick it away. Not the case, but it looks like now we have stopped play. Good sportsmanship by the Firebirds. Let's hope the Saints player is okay on the field.
Did not get the number of the player who went down. We'll certainly get it once they stand back up, hopefully. You can hear the support from the audience, Mr. Mulligan. Looks like it was Alexa Klatt, I believe, who went down. Number 14. Hopefully her leg is not too badly hurt.
Christina Kellogg will check in for Klatt in the meantime.
It's always unfortunate getting injured in a game.
Most definitely. Never want to see that from either team.
Firebirds substituting, moving back into position. Saints kick it right up to the middle. Firebird goaltender snatches it up. She's going to roll with it for a second.
Pressure on the ball immediately by Jolie. Lauren Hoffman looks to turn. She's looking to turn. Nothing available. Back to Anna White.
Good instinct by Lauren. Going to her teammates. Anna White over to the left side. Shelby McCobb. Saints throw in. Lindsay Shipley in a position. Abby Furtman as well. Over to
Good
Amelie.
find by Amelie Young. Couldn't latch on. Amelie Young.
But the pressure by Amelie. That is the instinct of a truly great soccer player. Always keeping the pressure on.
In that case, it resulted in a couple of extra touches for the Saints.
Some cheering from the audience. Their support has been evident this entire game. Firebirds toss in. Amelie and Lindsay
Young.
Shipley find themselves in position.
Christina Kellogg. Still, a good attempt by Christina Kellogg, challenging the keeper, forcing her off her line for a goal kick. Interesting that she takes it up again to serve it.
Abby Furtman there.
She
Ooh.
says, no, thank you very much.
Ball bounces high into the stands. Firebirds passing back and forth.
Hoffman looking to distribute.
Lindsay
Now we're on a bit
Shipley.
of a counterattack.
Miles of open field. It's tripped up by Firebirds defender.
An interesting decision to call the foul.
Crowd voices their disapproval. Firebirds get a free kick. This ball could very well go to the top of the box, resulting in that tricky situation we talked about. Ball rolling forward. Saints and Firebirds fighting back and forth. Ball over to the right side. Jolie Bross looking to get it away.
Good
Keeping
patience.
her eye. Ball over. Heart stopper of a moment there, Mr. Mulligan.
Heart stopper indeed. That back post, as we saw in the other goal by the Firebirds, a vulnerability for a moment.
Proved fatal. Maddie Stoper on the other side, expecting the ball to come to her. Ball rolls past. Now we're gonna get corner kick out of the Firebirds. This was where they scored their last goal. Ball in.
Not that
Maddie
time.
Stoper. Fantastic grab, surrounded by people.
Over the head of the defender. We've seen that one before. Shipley challenges.
Shipley getting possession, moving.
Could be a challenge nonetheless. She serves
Ball
it.
moving in, over to Christina.
Kellogg with a shot. Amelie Young gets a boot.
Yes!
And it looks like that is a goal. Amelie
What
Young
a
delivers
play!
for the Saints. Can
Mr.
you
Mulligan.
believe it, Ben?
Ah! Absolutely insane turn of events.
A beautiful touch there on the other side to deliver that ball back over to find the feet of Amelie Young. She is feeling it.
The ball looked like it had gone a little too far left of the net, but Amelie brought it way back in.
Christina Kellogg with the ability to latch onto that ball in the last third and put it right where Amelie could get it. There are still 7 minutes to play here. The Firebirds building from the back.
Now this is where we truly see the primal instincts of the Chaparral Firebirds come to light.
Certainly, as the game starts to wind down, both teams play with desperation. Not so much being reckless, but understanding the gravity of not only being one up in the game, but also being one down. Look for the Firebirds to apply more offensive pressure, for the Saints to try and maintain possession, but also look for opportunities to score.
Could not have said it better myself, Mr. Mulligan. As the Firebirds and the Saints duke it out deep in Saints territory.
A dangerous clearance, but finds the hands of Maddie Stolper.
Maddie Stolper literally has been there the entire game, stopping every shot on goal.
Her communication as well on the defensive side of the ball has been key to keeping that Saints defense going.
However, ball rolls up. Firebirds gonna get a shot on goal. Ooh.
A real chance and opportunity and heart-stopping moment for the Saints. The Firebirds almost capitalize again on the back post.
Looks like Alexa Bloom and, forgive me, the second person slipped my mind. They were there giving pressure on the ball as it rolled away from Maddie Stolper's hands.
Another corner kick here for the Firebirds. Look to see one or two players crash the box. The Saints have their marks.
Sub 6
looks like
minutes.
there are some substitutes. Sometimes difficult to pick up a mark when they come out.
Hopefully the confusion from the Firebirds results in the Saints getting this corner kick safely away. Ball comes in. Ball bounces off some.
A good clearance by the Saints. A dangerous moment.
Saints defense proving true once more. Anna White with a thunderous kick to get it far away.
Rolling down the line, that ball is still in. Played out by the Firebirds.
However, now we are in some good field position for the Saints.
Both teams there in that last sequence did a good job of resetting play. Not only does Anna White send it away to reestablish the formation of the Saints, but then a smart play by the Firebirds to just put it out of bounds, slow things down, and get back onto the defensive position.
Precisely. However, with Lindsay Shilpe, it's hard to feel calm.
Alexa Kladyshuk back into the game, has a chance.
That is a high ball from the Chaparral goaltender. Anna White gets possession, doesn't see the Firebirds defender coming behind her. Excuse me, attacker, the exact opposite of a defender. However, Lauren Hoffman sends it up to Amelie Young. Amelie.
Excellent pressure from Amelie again. When it's this late in the game, it is important to pressure every ball. Although your legs may hurt, you know that the end is coming and that you have to continue to play hard.
Especially when you are up by a point.
It looks like Mackenzie Cooper will come into this game for Amelie Young. A well-deserved rest for Amelie with those 2 goals.
Mackenzie finds herself instantly in position. Ball going to roll out. Saints going to toss it in.
That's what you want to do as a sub. You want to come in and try and have an instant impact on this game.
Mackenzie Cooper with some fire in her eyes.
And some fresh legs at that. A throw in here.
Can't tell who threw it in. Ooh, good attempt by
Real
Alexa Klatt.
opportunity there. Shelby McCabe comes flying
Comes in, ball's in!
That ball is
over,
over
excuse
the net.
me, ball
what a
over.
chance.
Gosh, it looks so close from this
was.
position.
You thought it might have bent a little bit more to the right there, tucking itself in the top right corner. What a step by Shelby McCabe to get to that ball. and have a
Fantastic
chance.
hook and glide on that ball. Chaparral Firebirds not letting up. 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the game.
This is a nail biter here.
Firebirds.
On the edge of our seats.
Firebirds looking to make something happen. Saints defense looking to stop that. Firebirds moving down the left side.
A dangerous opportunity.
Firebirds over to the middle. Abby Furtman there to stop it. Mackenzie Cooper getting some pressure.
As you see there, the Firebirds have pressed a majority of their players past the halfway line. Even their goalie has crept up past the 30-yard line.
This is the time for them to make a play, Mr. Mulligan.
It definitely is. With the goalie pushed up that far and the defenders that far on the field, you can sense the urgency from the Firebirds. The Saints must remain resolute here on defense.
Firebirds now passing back and forth. Over to the middle. Saints defense there with them. Mackenzie Cooper trying to get from behind. Ball moving over.
Step after step, but again, Maddie Stoper there.
Under 2 minutes left in the game.
She serves it up. Mackenzie Cooper looks to latch onto it. Heads it still in play.
Ball going down the right side. Mackenzie! Lindsay Shipley now has control. Pops it over on the right side. Ball still rolling. With all of this airtime for the ball, it's hard for the Firebirds to really make something happen. Excuse me, as the ball rolls down into Saints territory.
Maddie Stoper again finds herself in a good position to snatch that ball up.
Say the best thing you can look for, Mr. Mulligan, in a goalkeeper is consistency.
I agree, Ben. With time running down here, the Saints will want to try and keep possession. Keep the ball moving and keep the Firebirds off the ball. Ooh, a hard challenge by Anna White. And that might result in a card. Oh no. Alexa Clapp better be careful here. Voices her disapproval, and she will have to come off the field there.
Firebirds going to take a big kick into Saints territory. Ball's high in the air.
Difficult to understand the nature of that card.
23 seconds left in the game in Firebird territory. Firebirds have to do something to keep themselves in this game. Firebirds moving down the middle.
The Saints trying to regain possession. That's what they need. Lindsay Shipley,
5,
she's letting it run.
4, 3,
have a shot.
2, 1.
And that's it. The Notre Dame Saints will pull away in this one 2-1, Ben.
Wow. What a game. Extremely back and forth, well-paced. Flow was there the entire time. However, you've got to give it up to the Notre Dame Saints girls varsity soccer team for just having an incredible defense whenever the ball rolled into their vicinity. Wow. What a game.
What a game indeed.
I mean, Saints win 2-1 for the Firebirds. But, man, if I had to give my personal opinion, I'd say both these teams were evenly matched at most aspects of the game.
Very much so. This was a top 5 AIA matchup. Both teams coming in here with a lot to gain from this win. playing incredibly tough on both sides of the ball. It was really a back and forth game once it was a 1-1. I thought the second half was super competitive. That goal at the end by Amelie Young, the difference maker.
Absolutely. And that certainly rang true for the Firebirds defense and offense as we saw them really kind of kick it up after that. I mean, if we're looking at just purely intensity, that last 15 minutes, the Firebirds came out of their shells.
Definitely. After that goal was scored, the Firebirds had to have urgency. They had to come out and try and find a goal, put pressure on the Saints, and not let the Saints have any touches in the final third. We saw there in that last 15 minutes that the Firebirds really started to press high up.
And, you know, I don't know, because the ball, based off a lot of their movements, went up in the air, and I just personally thought throughout the game, if the ball is up in the air, that limits what you can do on the ground. As we saw in the last couple minutes, the ball was up in the air for a good 30 to 45 seconds.
Yeah, you know, when the ball is in the air and, you know, you need to get a touch on it, it's difficult because once the ball comes down, not only do you have to control it, but then you have to find an open player. And that can be really difficult in that transition, especially if the ball gets away from you and is sent back up.
Exactly, and we're talking about more steps than just having it on the ground and passing it back and forth between your players.
Good, solid passes, hard to come by when you're winning the ball out of the air. I thought some of the scariest moments in this game, especially for the Saints defense, was on those corner kicks.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're talking about the ball rolling just right in position for a Firebirds attacker to just knock it in.
You certainly felt the crowd in that ebb and flow on both sides. Even on the benches of both teams, you could feel the tension building. And I don't know, my heart is just still pounding from that game.
The air is certainly electric. You know, I would like to point out, I mean, if I had to give some sort of golden MVP award to a player, it has to be Maddie Stolper. We discussed at halftime just the amount of heart that she gave in stopping every single ball, and that really came through for the entire second half as well.
Absolutely. Maddie Stolber between the pipes, good communication, good saves. But let's also give credit to Amelie Young, finding that twice in this game, loving it, the dancing, you know, the side to side as she comes up the field, that swagger. But also, as you said, the swagger of Maddie Stolber between the pipes, keys to victory tonight for the Saints, man.
Exactly. And that's, you know what, sometimes you see with teams, they get up a couple points, and they kind of become lackadaisical. They lay off the pressure, and that opens up for the opposing team to really come in. The Saints did not do that tonight. As you pointed out, Amelie Young really just keeping, in fact, I'd say increasing pressure in the second half. Getting more aggressive, getting more speed down on the field. I mean, it's impressive to watch a player kick it up when they're above, you know.
I think scoring those goals brings an energy to want more and to continue to apply that pressure. And I think, you know, towards the end of that game, it's not like I think both of these teams wanted to win. They wanted to win so badly that I didn't think you saw either team really lay off the gas pedal all game.
Absolutely.
The intensity was there. It was an intense and, as you said, an electric game.
I also like to give some credit to Mackenzie Cooper, who we saw come in as a substitute and really just kind of light up from then on. She was always giving pressure. She was always around the ball. And I think that's just the best thing to do as a player is be in the action and always be a person willing to help, willing to get it out to another player. And that's just, it adds to their teamwork, you know.
Absolutely. You know, coming in off the bench as a sub, you know that you have to make an impact. You realize that I'm in this game now, and what can I do to help my team and give myself an opportunity to succeed, but also my teammates, and what can I do if the ball comes back? You know, when you have fresh legs, you need to put everything out there, and all the subs for the Saints and the Firebirds tonight certainly did that.
Absolutely. The selflessness of all of the people that came into the game really helped both teams. Well, you know, I think that really wraps it up for this game tonight. Thank you so much to the people coming and watching for the stream. It was a great game. Any last words, Mr. Mulligan?
No, go Saints. God bless America. And that's about it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for inviting me up to the booth tonight. I appreciate it. It was a pleasure being up here with you.
It's a pleasure having you here. Well, we will see you soon on the next stream. Not entirely sure what it will be. There's still some delegations about what we're going to do next. But expect maybe a basketball, maybe a boys soccer. It really just depends. I'm Ben Davis. I'll see you next time.